So it'd be interesting to see what the strategy is going to be. We're at the moment rolling out to Plo Reclecker. Oh, I don't know. I'm going to call you Plo. I'm awful at pronunciation. It's no. There we go. Let's get up high straight away and see where they're going. As expected, it's a B and an A cap. Team ID are also going B and A. You've got the IS4s there of linked Last Hope for Me and LA heading towards the B. The AMX50s with their big DPM heading towards that A cap. Both sides. RN are also heading towards the A cap. Shots are coming across there. You can see the IS4s of Alpha CK, Tommy and Toyota Time also pushing in. Alpha CK has dropped down. LA is getting a smack. So at the moment, let's get over here because Prolica is being smacked very, very big time. We'll leave the IS4s for the moment and concentrate on this area. We can see the IS4s over there. Last Hope and Alpha CK are playing against each other, but look at this. It's a big, big push from the Object 140 to the MX-50Bs into A, really putting them on the back foot. Toyota Time and the IS4 coming round to help out, trying to take out Gayam. Gayam goes. That's a big, big loss for RN. Sorry, for ID straight off the bat. Campon is now in trouble. Campon's gone. Radioactive is now in trouble. This is really good focus by RN, trying to get Prolica out. No, now they're surrounding Radioactive. Poor old Radioactive. Oh, but Alpha CK goes and Babi goes as well. I'm not going to send him outside. I'm going to call you Boo. Radioactive is now being surrounded. Is D-Trigger? Yes, there we go. So they're gone. Pro is still there. He's tried to get himself into a good position. Let's have a look at Tommy and Linked. They're having a tussle. Is Linked going to go or is Tommy going to go? Oh, they get Tommy first, but Link is a one-shot. But D-Trigger is on a reload. Let's get over to LA, because LA is looking in trouble here. LA is in trouble. The MX-50Bs, Toyota Time and the IS4 has also got loaded up, and he does. So 2 tanks left. Link has survived, but no, Link is gone. We've only got 1 tank left, and it's Last Hope for Me for ID. This is going to go to Root Nova. Root Nova are going to take the first kills. They're going to get the points on the board here. Really good stuff from Root Nova. Really good push into the A cap. Very ballsy, and it really did work. So, Root Nova. Wowzers. Fantastic stuff. You can see there, they lost game it's very rare that they do the same strat twice, to be honest. But Canal's always been a difficult map. So, game 2, Canal. Semi-finals, upper bracket. Let's get up high and see where they're going to go. If I can. It won't let me. Now it will. Ugh. So, this time they're changing strats, as you can see. You got the T-22 of Gayam going over to the D-cap, along with the I-7 and Radioactive, going to be supported by the AMX-50s. Toyota Time is heading towards the A-cap. The rest of the teams, they're forgetting the C-cap. The IS-4s of Linked, Last Hope for Me, and LA are just trying to reset the B-cap. As you can see, Radioactive has made a ballsy move. Let's get over there. I don't understand what Radioactive's doing. It's a very ballsy move. He got away with it. He got smacked a little bit, but effectively got away with that. It's preventing them from capping B, sorry, but Toyota Time has capped A, yet now the IS-4s have capped C, and Gayam in the T-22 did cap out. Gayam is now being pushed by Alpha CK. Radioactive is trying to help out, but he's going to be in trouble in a moment, I would have thought. Gayam is now in trouble, but he's got Pro coming in to help him. Radioactive is down in the dip. Nobody could get shots onto him, but the Batchat Toyota Time comes in. Radioactive is now looking like he's in a world of pain. Luckily for him, the Batchat Toyota Time is on a long reload. Gayam has had to get out of there. He's being pushed heavily. Now Plo is really in trouble. He's a one-shot. There he goes. Plo's gone. Now they're going to try and push on Campon. Gayam is in trouble. Gayam is over there now toying with the bat chat. He's a one-shot. Oh, but there goes Siam. He goes. Gayam, can he load before the bat chat and take the bat chat out? No, he can't. Now it's a brawl down in the canal. You've got to Isle of Stalin. And I am Bread Tank toying with Last Hope for me and linked in the IS-4s. Campon is also now gone in the AMX-50B. Who was over on the right-hand side. He was pushed by the T-62A and the other AMX-50 of De Trigger. Last Hope is now in serious trouble here. Oh, he's managed to survive it. No, he's not going to survive it. He is still in trouble. To Love Starling is going to come round. To Love Starling he's a two-shot. He bounces Last Hope. Alpha CK trying to come down to help. There he goes. De Trigger gets Last Hope. It's just Ale and Linked. Ale is on top. You can see there. And Linked is down in the canal itself. De Trigger in the AMX-50 is on his long reload. Oh, but Linked. Ale is now going to go. I am Bread Tank is going to be able to take out Ale. No, he doesn't. They're going to focus the Linked instead. Link is in trouble. There he goes. Ale went. He was taken out by Toyota Time in the bat chat. So, rooting over again. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. You see there. There we go. Finally. We got there in the end. So looking with that whole down tank in some of these IS-4s, it's probably going to be around the C-Strat areas. But we don't know. We will find out. Campon is already heading towards the C-Cap, as you can see, along with Plo. And he's going to have cover from LA. Radioactive is also heading in that direction. You can see RN. You've got the Sheridan Toyota Time and Babby Boo Boo in the T62 moving towards the A. Plo in the 113 is now heading towards the B cap. T22 Gayam is all alone going up high. So the Sheridan and the T62 are going to drop into the A cap. They're going to take that. You've got their Mon taking the IS-4 of rooting over, going to cover the C cap area. Good roll in by Gayam, but he gets really smacked for his troubles. Ale is dropped down into the C cap. That's an interesting call. If he can take the C cap, that would be nice. Gayam is doing his best to get out of there. Frozen, Flaky, and Linked in the IS-4s are just overlooking the B cap. Gayam is still on his way out. He's the only one to be smacked so far. We're going to just roll around the map so you can see the positions here. The 113 is in a nice position. The IS-4 of Alpha CK is trying to push up. Oh, the Sheridan gets hurt because the Sheridan is spotted. You can see here where that is coming from. That's coming from the E5, I would have thought. So the T62 and the Sheridan of Route Nova have been smacked a little bit. At the moment, points-wise, Route Nova have got the points because they capped first. Hit points-wise, they're also up. Mainly because Gayam in the T22 medium has really been pounded. Now as Plo is also being pounded a little bit. So it's making them think Frozen Flaky is going to try and make a drop into that B cap. And he does. That's a ballsy move. But he feels that he can do it. He's going to get some support from Linked. They're not going to push Alpha CK. Babby Boo Boo. Getting a blooded nose for sticking his nose around the corner there. They're going to try and take... Oh, they are going to push. They are going to push Alpha CK. But it's equal trades. Babby Boo Boo is really getting hit in the T62 up high. I don't want to move too far away from this because you're seeing that there's Sheridan's putting something. That's a big roll in from I Am Bread Tank in the T68. And there's the IS-4s here are taking on Campon and LA. Let's get over here so we can see this. Campon is being pounded. To Love Stalin and Montake, but the Radioactive is coming into out, and there goes the first kill. Montake is down in the IS-4. I'm trying to keep as much of the action as possible, guys. We don't want to miss much. To Love Stalin has got 3-on-1. I don't think To Love Stalin's going to last much longer. But Frozen Flaky is gone. He's down. He was pushing Alpha CK, trying to get out of there. Campon is also down, but he manages to take out To Love Stalin at the same time. Alpha CK is still in there now. Link is tussling with him, but he has got support from Baba Boo Boo. They need to try and take out Alpha CK if they can. That's a bounce. He can't do it. Prolica is trying to look round the corner because that Sheridan Toyota time. Radioactive is going to go round and try and help out with the Sheridan. I don't think he's going to get there in time. No, he's not. So we're going to go back to Linked. Linked has had to back off. We'll keep these two in our sights. So both teams have taken tank losses of 2. Radioactive is trying to push the Sheridan. Radioactive goes. That is a huge, huge roll. Radioactive did not expect that. But I Am Bread Tank is also down. That's a 268 gone. The other 268 is trying to push. You can see there, Ale is looking to get that top, but Ale is a one-shot. He gets a nice roll in. Can he back out in time and load? No, he can't because the Sheridan takes him. Now we're down to Linked and Prolica. Prolica is going to go down in tussle with Baba Boo Boo. Oh, it's Baba Boo Boo and Prolica here, tussling away. Oh, Prolica manages to get in, but points are in the favour of ID now. They just got to hold on. It's 2 on 2. The Sheridan Toyota time is being a real pain. You can see that D-Trigger is a one-shot. Yeah, he's a one-shot. It's the Sheridan who's the danger man. As you can see, D-Trigger there recapping C, trying to take the points away. Linked has now been spotted. Prolica is in a bad way. Prolica, oh, Prolica manages to survive, but Linked is gone. It's 1-on-1. It's Sheridan against WZ, and the Sheridan is a 2-shot, whereas the WZ is a 1-shot. This is not looking good. Let's get down and see the action from a bird's eye view. Ploreplica, I'm just going to call him Plo, sorry. Plo is going to try it. He's got to get 2 shots in, and he's got to make sure that he doesn't get hit. And there's the Sheridan Toyota time. Oh, he bounces. Oh, Toyota time didn't know that. Plo's got a better reload. Can he get round there and take him out? Oh, they drop down. Yo, what a game. That is absolutely fantastic. Plo pulls it off. Oof. Excuse me. Rooting over there. It's nice to see that most of them are now sporting their pro avatars. ID need to level it up realistically. Don't forget it's the first of 4 wins. It's 2-1 so far. Still a long way to go though, guys. Let's get up high and see where they're going to go this time. Well, you're going to have 2 of the ID guys. Frozen Flaky, it looks like in... Oh, no. Maybe LA. No, LA. Well, they're going to overlook the C cap. With the majority of the team heading towards the A cap area. The Sheridan of Baba Boo Boo's already up there on the top of the hill. And the Toyota time in the other Sheridan is moving to overlook the C cap. With the IS-4s dropping down. And the E5 and another IS-4 of Bread Tank and Montake moving around to the back. Guillaume is out in the open. He's going to get away with that, I think. Yes, he is. He's managed to spot the Sheridan, and he's managed to back out. Interesting that ID... Well, neither side have taken any TDs this time. So Toyota time in the Sheridan is going to drop down into the C cap. Frozen Flaky is trying to get that spot. That spot is taken. He's had to back off. There goes the first round into the Sheridan Toyota time. You can see here what RN are doing. You've got the IS-4 overlooking the B cap, and the rest of the team are basically trying to get into a decent position here to overlook. No caps are being taken by either side. Toyota time did toy with taking the C cap. They've not been able to pronounce round on Team ID to get into that A cap. So cap-wise, it's a difficult cap to take. The 2 E5s of Alpha CK and Iron Bread Tank are tempted, but they know that there's tanks down there, and it's pretty difficult for them to drop in without being bombarded, basically. Toyota time is in the same position. Radioactive has now been spotted. Radioactive gets smacked for being spotted. That came in from Toyota time. It's a tricky map, is Castilla. Oh, no, they are going to try and cap A now. Let's get over there. Because the shots are going to go in as soon as they was going to be capped. So the E5s and the Sheridan, all three are down there. Shots are trying to go in, but the E5s are pretty good. They're going to be able to back away now and stay slightly hauled down. Campon has been smacked in the 215B. He's had to get out of there. And he's gone behind the house. So you can see what Root and Nova are trying to do. Let's have a look at the push that's going to go for the B cap. The trigger is there to cover and try to reset. Baby Boo Boo is rotating round in the Sheridan. They get a good shot in to de-trigger, but they just cannot cap that B cap at the moment. Why? Because of this Sheridan Toyota time. So Frozen Flaky is going up to try and help out. He's not being able to. Now they're being pushed on the B area. As you can see, a rotation, but you've got the IS-4 of Linked in LA moving towards the A cap, thinking that maybe they've been distracted with what's going on the B cap. Missile comes into flow, doesn't get there. They're trying to take the C cap. Gayam is trying to push around on the Sheridan here. You can see that. Sheridan has had to get out there. Toyota time's gone. Frozen Flaky gets a smack from To Love Stalin. The trigger gets a smack in return, but it was To Love Stalin who smacked him. The IS-4s, they're going to recap A. They've taken A cap away from RN. Baba Boo Boo is trying to come in and out with Gayam. They're trying to take out Gayam. Baba Boo Boo may be in a little bit of trouble here. Oh, Gayam is certainly in trouble. That did not work according to plan. Can he get Baba Boo Boo though? Baba Boo Boo is a one shot. Yes, he does, but he gets taken out at the same time. It's equal destruction. So both teams have lost a tank. Hit point wise, well, you can see there that Root Nova in a better position. Toyota time is trying to come round, trying to flank. They're going to take out Frozen Flaky at this rate. Frozen is all alone. He's got a Sheridan behind him with Toyota time. To Love Starling is also trying to get shots in. And now you can see the E5s who've rotated all the way round from the A cap trying to push Frozen. Sheridan is now lined up to shoot. Frozen is in a bad way here. He is not going to last much longer. He can't do anything about the Sheridan. There goes Frozen. So 2 tanks down, but D-Trigger is gone. Oh, but then goes Plo, the saviour of the last game. Plo is down, just leaving camp on Ale. Ale is now being looked at. He's up on the top. He's tussling with Montake. He's trying to get rid of Montake. I'm going to have a look at this one first because this one is not being seen. It's who going to load first. We'll see that in the background. Oh, that was a ram that did not work, but he manages to take out Montake. To Love Stalin is now being smacked around. But Radioactive is not in a good position here. He's a one-shot. Radioactive is about to go. To Love Stalin is gone, taking him out. Now they're going to try and look him pushing on Campon. You've got the Sheridan and Toyota time. Can Campon keep it? Can he? Is he able to? Won't stay with Linked at the moment. Oh, Campon he's got to be able to get a shot in. He gets a shot in, and they manage to take out Toyota time. It's 3-on-3. Linked, however, is in trouble. He is surrounded. It's 3-on-1 at the moment. Alpha CK can take him. Can Alpha CK land a shot onto Linked? Linked is trying to get out there, but he doesn't manage it. We're getting back over. Now we've got LA. The E5s are doing fantastic stuff here. E5's trying to... The Iron Bread tank is trying to get around to get shots into LA. It's 2-on-3. Points-wise, it's with ID. The other, like the E5 of Root of Alpha CK is coming in. Oh, Campon gets a good shot in, but he's a one-shot now. He's gone. It just leaves LA. I don't think LA is going to last this. 3-on-1, and he's also a one-shot. There we go. Root Nova, bring it back. Wowzers. Really good stuff. ID there leading the way. Unfortunately, I've got to try and bring this back. Root Nova, they're on the cusp of their first victory. So let's get up high and see what they're going to do. So as you can see, yep, as I thought, the 113 and the T22 GM and Plo are heading towards that A cap with support from the I5, with support from Campon, Last Hope for Me. The Mouses, as expected, are doing a C and a B strat. In fact, the entire team is doing it. Radioactive, the lone figure from ID there, trying to hold back. The IS-4's Iron Bread Tank and Toyota Time are going to push straight through. We're going to be looking at this because Radioactive is about to be swamped. And he is swamped. Shots are traded, but unfortunately bounces both ways. You can see there that Last Hope for Me is trying to get round the back. They know that they're over there. They've seen the lineup as much as we have, so they know that there are a lot of Mouses. So cap points are going at the moment in favour of RN. I'm going to leave Radioactive because they're not going to be going a straight push. You can see here, Last Hope for Me in the IS-7 has taken the corner. Game has taken this corner, so we can see down there. Those Mouses, though, they're tricky characters. There's no reason now for RN to push. They don't need to. There's been a rotation. There's a rotation here of Campon and Linked, along with LA coming around to support IS. Probably going to be looking at moving a slight push on the B cap. RN don't need to do anything. They just need to hold their points now. They need ID to push them, and ID are not going to disappoint. They are going to push. They're going to push straight through to the B cap, and they've all been spotted as they're pushing. Campon just holding back a little bit, trying to get the shots in, but as you can see, I mean, Alpha CK has had a little bit of damage, and so is Radioactive. Now they're taking the B cap, waiting for those IS-4s to come into action, which they're going to do. They're taking the B cap. Now the Mouses are coming in to help out. So RN are now pushing, and they're going to push, and Radioactive is not looking in a good position. To Love Stalin is coming in with the Mouses. All the IS-4s are coming round. There goes Radioactive. He was not looking in a good position. LA is next. He is the focus of everybody. They're forgetting Linked. They want LA out the game. He is effectively a one-shot. Oh, he manages to hold fire with just like... And there he goes. Now it's a brawl. But Alpha CK is gone. However, Tanks... Oh, maybe they can take Montake. Yes, Tanks are now even Stevens, but Plo goes in the 113. It's still a brawl. Linked is doing fantastic stuff here. Campon has come round to help. You can see that it's basically Last Hope for Me. Well, he's about to go and he's gone. Oof, it's 3 on 5. It's not looking good for ID. Linked here. They've got to focus fire, guys. They're picking tanks left, right, and centre. Gayem is being pushed by To Love Stalin and Sayem in the mouse. Gayem has put himself right in that corner. There goes Campon. He's gone. Gayem is now in trouble. Linked is trying to come in and help out. To be fair, the focus fire there wasn't the best from ID. It was much better from RN. Gayem is about to go down. They're not going to bother with Linked. They're going to try and take out Gayem. Gayem goes. Linked is the last man standing. Let's have a look at it from his position. He's just utterly surrounded. And it's gone. All over. Oof. Really good stuff from Root Nova. You can see there, the Mouses were just